So Paul George is in a very interesting situation in Philly. In the offseason prior, he leveraged his situation as being the only available star in free agency to land a lucrative 5-year deal with the 76ers. But being out there in the Northeast, there's something about New York, Philly, and Boston fans. They take their sports very personal. And as of recent, Paul George is learning this the hard way. With the 76ers struggling, he was sort of bullied into stop podcasting during the season. And in the 41 games that he appeared on, he did not look like his usual self. He averaged 32 minutes a game and only 16 points, and his shooting percentages were very low. So unlike his previous stops with the Thunder and the Clippers, East Coast fans are very front-facing, and they're going to let you know when you're fucking up. One of Philly's own, Gillie, from the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, has sat down with Paul George. And once again, in the East Coast, the fan bases are front-facing and they take their sports personal.
And I hate to be harsh, man, but I gotta speak what's the real, how we feeling, man. Bro, you played damn near just as many games as you didn't play, bro. And it's getting to the point now where it's like, man, fuck that shit, man. Rebuild all this shit, man. Because we don't even know if our motherfucking best player gonna be available, man. Like, it ain't no doubt to me that Joel Embiid is the best fucking player on the planet. I say that all the fucking time. The only difference is we don't know what the fuck we gonna get every night, man. Oh, we might come out one night, I'm about to give you motherfuckers 50 and 20. Come on in. And we might come out the next night and he might just settle for 17-footers all day. The one thing about Giannis is you know you gonna get maximum fucking effort every fucking night, man. So that just be my problem, bro. Philadelphia, we like to see effort. Allen Iverson didn't win shit. He will always be the GOAT around this motherfucker because he put in 100% effort. He left everything on the floor. It's not because he won. It's not Brian Dawkins never won shit around here. He will always be a GOAT because when our eyes looked at Brian Dawkins, it said he gives up maximum fucking effort every single time.
Every snap.
Every snap. Jason Kelsey, same thing. It's motherfuckers around there that you be like, why are they GOATs? Because when we watch them, we watch him give up maximum effort and put their fucking life on the line. And we fucking respect that. We a hard-working fucking city that ain't got shit, bro. You gotta understand, when the Eagles lose, it feel like your fucking cousin died, bro.
And I feel Gillie on that. Me and myself, I come out of New York City, and we are exactly the same way. That's why players who were never even considered mega stars can go anywhere around the city even today and be treated like rock stars. And that's because in the East Coast, they respect hustle and effort. The Northeast, unlike other cities, when fans want to go to these games, everything is a battle. They got to fight in the train. They got to fight through traffic. They got to go through crowds of people. It's a hustle. It's a finesse. So to go to the games and see players get paid big money and you don't know what you're getting from night to night and the effort really doesn't look like it's there, it's going to be an issue. So for Gillie right here to tell Paul George to his face on his own podcast that the 76ers should rebuild, what is he really saying? It might come off to Paul George as a little bit abrasive, but in the East Coast, this is normal. And Paul George is slowly learning that. And we got to talk about the optics. It just doesn't look right when the 76ers are struggling like this and he's podcasting. And the noise is starting to get louder and louder as Paul George had addressed it at a conference he was doing for, I believe it was a Boys and Girls Club charity event.
When I started my podcast, I knew there was going to be some backlash. I knew there were going to be people that had things to say about it. He's an athlete. He should be in the gym 24 hours out of the day. But to be honest, it's therapeutic. It's a chance for me to talk about things that go on in sports that I probably would hold on to.
It may be therapeutic to him, but in a city where the team's losing and they take their sports really personal, it's going to come off as offensive. See, LeBron James can go about his endeavors the way he does because we know there's 100% commitment to his efforts on the court. A lot of these guys came behind LeBron James and coasted on the player movement, not really living up to expectations, reaping all the benefits of those things, starting their own business ventures, podcasting during the season. But yet, they never really had their feet held to the fire. Gilbert Arenas and his crew sat down and spoke about Paul George podcasting during the season without any on-court success. And they had some pretty interesting perspectives. You guys check it out, and every once in a while, I'll check in.
That the mentality of saying after a tough loss with your team and saying that we don't have no identity, we don't have this, we don't have that. As a clear guy that's supposed to be the leader, as a guy who's been prepared and has trained to be in this position to be a leader, come in and be the savior, right? To relinquish that opportunity of leadership and then go still pod the whole time while going through these things with the team, you show where priority lays, right? So if he does this at the beginning of the season instead of when they're trying to find contention, imagine how much more focused the team will be. We said, is it a smart thing for any player to do it when you're trying to be in a competitive landscape with teammates who don't do it? So I'm looking at you crazy if you go pod and your performance on your pod is better than your performance in the game. I'm saying if it's obvious because the podcast is top 5.
Very good
and
podcast.
the Sixers are not. Look, I'm appreciating him getting the message because he know that Kobe shit resonate. We don't play that shit, man. He got to put it on himself, put it on his shoulders, and go get it. And I think last night he sent a message to his team that the last 4 games, it was like, I think 17, 19, 17, and then he busts out for 27, and he's like, all right, I'm focused now.
You see how up and down Paul George's stats are? I mean, he finished the season shooting 43% from the field and 35% from 3. So very mediocre stats coming from a guy who's basically on a max contract off of free agency. And also he did this while playing 41 games and playing 32 minutes a night.
A little bit too late, but it's a step forward. It's a step forward. I seen it. I seen the energy. So I commend him for taking the effort, putting priority first.
You need that little spark.
Yeah, you need that spark. Does somebody just kind of say like, man, what's up? You really think that's gonna fly with the elders? Nigga, that don't fly with the elders. Because there is no leader there. If Embiid's the leader, he's down. If Max is not old enough, ready yet, that means you're the only one there that can be the leader. You can never say in that role, man, we gotta figure it out and find it. Nah, you gotta say, man, it's on me. Next time it's gonna be on me.
He's stopping the podcast to get focused, to get back to championship contention. What year were they ever in championship contention? They've lost the first round, second round every year. The whole team can fucking podcast. It don't matter. I mean, shit.
I love it.
Because just focusing on basketball, that's what they've been doing for the last 8, 9 years, and we see where it got them.
Where did it get him, Gil? Where exactly did it get him? His stints in OKC were underperforming. The last great run he had was almost when he finished top 3 in MVP in OKC. Other than that, they underperformed in the playoffs. They lost to a Damian Lillard team that barely plays any defense. They got eliminated in the first round against Donovan Mitchell as a rookie. And even to this day, he still struggles in the playoffs to live up to what he did that season. And then he went to the Clippers where they underperformed in the 2020 bubble. And then right before he joined the 76ers, 2 out of the last 3 playoff series that he's been in with the Clippers, his performances were underwhelming. So yeah, he's been cashing those large checks, but the expectations have not really added up.
If you're gonna stop podcasting, are you gonna stop doing interviews too? Because it's the same thing. Instead of interviewing with them, you're doing an interview with your own people. So it's the same concept. So the fact that this is even a topic for media, is podcasts getting in his way? He should just respond. It's doing interviews with you motherfuckers getting in my way.
That's not.
You guys drain me more. I got to do an interview before the game, after the game, before practice,
that's it.
after practice.
That's it.
All week.
Right. That's not.
Now, Gil, sometimes this is my issue with his show, is that sometimes he tries to find an argument, but he himself knows right here it's part of the players' union agreement with the league that the players have to participate in media-based activities. So this is a bullshit argument by Gil, but this is what he does on his show. He's fishing for to go viral.
You don't deserve energy.
Right, that's
going
not the
to
same.
the pod, setting up the pod.
Right,
I got to
getting guests.
get the guests on.
Gotta-
We got to do this from 2 to 2. And
got a 45-minute podcast.
I could be
That
using
I
that.
just gotta hit the Zoom button.
Okay, 45 minutes, you could be looking at doing film or being in the gym.
If you're injury prone.
That's perfect for him. He's sitting
It's
down.
not perfect for shit. If you're
He's
not,
sitting down.
but you're supposed to be going through physical therapy.
This is
If you
anything
really
like that.
serious,
Nobody plays.
you
basketball
icing.
24
If you
hours
really
a day.
down, you icing 3 to 4 times a day. You doing your therapy twice, 3 times a day. If you trying to get back.
But I got to interview before practice or after practice, before games, after games.
But you still
So
got to do that. So why double it?
You're telling me I can't spend 45 minutes talking to my fans.
No, you can't. No.
But I can spend 2 hours talking to my fans through their lens.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, so
Yep.
when you get
Distract.
home,
Yeah, it's
what's
a
the
distract-
difference
obviously
between
it's a
playing video
Obviously,
games and
it's a
talking on the
distraction.
pod?
He would have never backed out if it wasn't a distraction.
So just why get
On
into
a podcast, that's once a week.
Once a week.
I gotta do this interviews with them every single day.
Everybody in
in
the league.
45 minutes, not a day, 45 minutes per week.
If we
hate that
losing,
shit.
I don't want to see you on the
I hate that
podcast
shit,
smiling,
bro. I
feeling
hate
good, and
That's
having
like
a
the
good
same
old
thing.
time.
What if he has a serious face on
I'm
the
just as a
podcast?
fan.
It's like you
as a
gotta
fan.
be serious 24 hours a day.
When you
can't
under
have
contract
fun,
at
you
50
can't-
million,
so when you
and
go
we
home
losing,
playing the video games,
if we
you can't
winning,
do shit
if
but
we
play
winning,
basketball all day.
if we winning, yeah.
Like when you go home, basketball,
Hey, if we
lay in
winning.
the bed, shoot the ball in the air with the basketball.
winning,
24 hours.
if we winning.
Come on, man.
You know, a winning culture allow you the leisure. You get the leisure of doing things. But when you losing, why would you want the leisure
If he
of
putting in the
doing
work,
that?
if he putting in the work,
No, but why would you want
What
the
work?
you're not, what is the,
he
you're
losing.
not winning?
I understand it's happening now because he's losing, so people's trying to pick at it, but
They
all
have to make an adjustment though.
But they
you
been-
have to make an adjustment.
They've
Mr. Big.
been losing, though. The Clippers, they were losing, too.
You ain't got to go show us. You ain't got to go get attention for this. Listen, you got to go prove that you the guy you say you
Never
are.
lost.
Right, that 200 million.
People pick
That
on
200
You got to
million.
go prove to be playoff P.
I think that's
Not
mentally
podcast P. The
That's
podcast
mentally
P
weak.
better than playoff P.
You're saying this, we're losing as a team, and you guys are sitting here saying,
It's you.
45 minutes
Yep,
podcast
that's what
in
I'm
a week.
saying.
No,
Nigga,
it's not
you.
it. It's not it.
It's you.
That's not it, Gil.
Like,
That's
come
not, and
on.
you know that's
When-
not it.
when
We're
tick-
saying when
how
we're
long-
losing and you out here entertaining the folks while we like, yo, our leader not even locked in. Look at him.
No, our leaders.
He's not locked
Our
in.
leaders eating hamburgers.
Then
fucking
our
5 hamburgers
look,
a day. That's
and
what
then
our
our
leaders
other
doing.
young fella, he TikToking. He's
hooping.
not setting the example.
He
He
hooping.
think it's cool. It's cool.
That's crazy. One generation is TikToking, the other one is podcasting.
But you tell me why his performances are his performances then.
Then
If
it's
you
just-
could tell me that it ain't the production, then tell me
Are you
what
seeing
it
what
is.
it's saying? It's saying he plays better podcasting.
It did.
So let's.
Okay.
Then it goes against what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying if he's not podcasting and he's not playing good, why you not playing good?
You know what? He probably miss home.
Probably
Being
miss
in
home.
LA?
Why miss home.
So I'm on here.
Hell yeah.
So why,
When I-
why you didn't
Man, why the fuck all these LA dudes always say Miss LA? He ain't home. I don't see any other player from a different state having the same thing. I don't see Texas guys saying, oh, we miss being in Texas. Or I don't see New York guys saying, well, we miss being in New York. Or same thing in Florida. It's always the LA born players saying, oh, he's not home. He's not in LA. What is this bullshit excuse?
Excuse. I asked a good question and all I get is excuse.
Because we don't know.
No, we don't know.
I know you don't know,
I'm
but
not
we know.
forward.
How about
We
this?
know. We know. We know.
So-
Y'all don't want to say.
No.
But we
So-
all know.
So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. That favors him.
All right, yeah, podcast.
Hey, you should keep podcasting.
Yep.
You should do more
having 17 podcasts,
You drop
15
3
podcasts.
podcasts a week, so your numbers stay high. I mean, that's what his numbers say.
Then he would be on that Gills Arena or close to that Gills
I'm
Arena
just,
schedule.
I'm
forgot about
just
it on
saying
Whoop
these are what's the name because if they drop every Monday, that has nothing to do with when he recorded it. We don't know when he recorded it. We don't know what his numbers are on day of recording or the day after recording.
Hey,
we just
Paul.
know he drops every Monday.
Hey, Paul, you're being a team distraction.
Oh, my.
He is being a distraction, but he's being a distraction for the 76ers. This is an organization that is very sensitive about the media and their relationship with it. What kind of information gets out about the organization and what's going on internally. There's a lot of scenarios we could always refer back to. A lot of the Ben Simmons fiascos, whether it be his injury or just him not being part of the team for certain moments, his contract situation, or his arguments with Doc Rivers, the situation with Jimmy Butler. A lot of that stuff, the 76ers organization kept it real tight on what kind of information gets out of the locker room to the media. They've always been very sensitive about that. Even Markelle Fultz and some of the injury issues that he had, they kind of kept him under wraps from talking to the media. So this is an organization historically that has always proven that they handled their relationship with the media with kid gloves. So to have a player that's podcasting every week and kind of letting it be known on what's going on internally, it might not sit well with that organization.
You haven't heard that before?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so what's so crazy about it?
That's crazy.
It's not. When you've heard it before, I've heard it before.
You heard it
We know
before,
where it comes.
crazy
We know
reason,
why it
'cause
comes.
you
We
heard
know
it
it's
probably
crazy.
'cause you was dating
But
somebody.
We
I heard
know
that
it was
shit for
crazy.
that.
We know it's crazy, right?
That's why I don't like
but
that
can we help it?
narrative.
Wait, what?
I would stop doing
Can we help it?
They said I was, because I was dating Iggy, so
You wasn't focused.
Yeah.
Were you focused, Swaggy?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
The
Sometimes.
chick was distracted.
I know you were going to
It was a distracting chick.
So much.
So,
Now, interesting enough, right there, Rashad McCants pulled out that information out of Nick Young about dating a famous celebrity, because even though he admitted he wasn't 100% focused, McCants had the same situation, as he was one of the first NBA players to date a Kardashian. It wasn't Kim Kardashian, it was one of the sisters, the one that Lamar Odom got married to. But the Timberwolves had major issues with McCants and his off-the-court activities. They believe he wasn't as focused, and that hurt him from having a long career in the NBA.
The team has interviews set up for you, right?
Okay.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah, it's part of my contract.
Part of you? No, it's not.
Yes, it is, Gil. Yes, it is. It's part of your contract. It's written in that CBA that your players' union agreed alongside with the owners.
Not interviews from the hotel. Interviews in the arena. What is the difference between that and his friend doing it for themselves?
Well, the team for one, and then also I could deny it if I want.
You could if you want. So when, you remember when Rudy won his Defensive Player of the Year?
Yep.
He was in his room, and he did a damn 40-something minute thing with TNT now. Right?
It's like 15 minutes.
What is the difference? NBA team practice, 11-1 is my obligation. You're telling me, and you want to tell these motherfucking people out here who's listening to us, from 1:01 p.m. 1:01 p.m. to 10 motherfucking 30 a.m., damn near 22 hours.
you ain't playing basketball.
Free time, you're telling me that per week, 45 minutes is a distraction because you guys see it.
Public perception.
But whatever I'm
is
doing,
everything.
whatever.
Once again, McCants is right. The public perception of it. Also, Gilbert Arenas, he's a West Coast guy. He does not understand the optics look bad for East Coast fans. They take their sports personally. When you see a player like Paul George, the way he's performing, he looks like a shell of himself. And he has a podcast every other week laughing it up while the team is losing and he's getting paid max dollars. The optics are definitely not good. And the 76ers are an organization that really don't talk too much. They've been well known in the past couple of years of actually hiding information from the media, i.e. Ben Simmons and Markelle Fultz.
Whatever I'm doing
What are we
during
talking about?
that time is okay, long as you don't see it.
Bro,
That's what I'm talking about.
So all the shit y'all was doing
That's
is
what I'm talking
okay.
about.
It's okay as long as we don't see it,
Listen.
right?
Long
So
as
we're
you
saying
don't see it.
public perception of the shit they did. If they happen to see y'all shit y'all was doing, you don't think they gonna judge y'all on the shit y'all doing? What you get judged on is what they see. You out there performing on a podcast, but you're not performing on the court. But you going 3 for 17, right? Go home.
Facts. McCants preaching right here. Going 3 for 17. You don't know what you're getting out of Paul George from night to night.
Go home, take a nap, bro.
Yo, Nick, if you're winning, listen, Nick, if you're winning, they don't care.
It's still a distraction.
It's still
What
a
is it?
distraction.
What, it's
Because you're
still
winning. Because you're winning.
winning.
Yo, winning gives you more power, bro.
So if we go in the game and we perform to a level where you can't even question whether I'm prepared or not,
Now, say it
or
again.
what's a priority or not.
Say-
so when you say, look, what's going on with him out there? He
So
don't,
everybody
like,
gotta
you
have the
driving
same work
and
out
kicking.
as-
You're driving and kicking the guys who like, why are you driving and kicking to me? You Paul George.
So
Like,
you're not
go.
supposed to pass?
Can I ask you a
No, I'm
question?
just saying, like, you look at him and you say, man, you're supposed to be doing your thing, and you're looking at us like, why y'all not shooting?
And that exact scenario that Rashad McCants is speaking on, I'll include a link in the description below. I've done a game film on that with Paul George just not necessarily being that guy in the clutch for the 76ers. He just doesn't look like the same player. Age and years of wear and tear definitely have caught up with him. His legs definitely do not look the same. He doesn't have that same lift, sort of like Carmelo Anthony when he got to OKC. He kept pump faking and his legs just was never the same. And it's clear as day when you start seeing guys miss wide open mid-range jumpers.
Come
on, man.
This is the thing, man.
Has anybody said anything about Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, no.
Yes,
No.
Yes.
Because
yes.
no.
Absolutely.
Jalen Brunson. Because Jalen Brunson is doing what Jalen Brunson do. So that's the problem with this.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Draymond Green
So
is a
I don't like
championship-winning
the
podcast.
idea.
So you got to be who you are in order to do it.
No, I don't like the idea that it's a weak thing to do to see something that we know is irrelevant to his performance, but we want to use it. So during the playoff, James Harden goes to Vegas, right?
He does.
He's filmed in Vegas, right? Motherfuckers is ready to write like motherfuckers.
During the playoffs.
In the playoffs.
During the
And
playoffs.
what did he do, Gil?
He came
in
out,
Vegas during the playoffs.
think about what we're saying.
They was talking about him. They still was talking about him before.
Not podcast.
No.
He didn't podcast. He went to Vegas, had him a good time.
Pies ass. That's what he was doing.
Came home, dropped what? 40 what?
45, I believe.
45 won a game. Not one motherfucker said the Vegas trip was a distraction.
And
you
if
know
he won
why?
the game, not after.
Because what? He won. So that means the whole fucking trip is either going to be a distraction, period.
Nah.
It can't be a distraction.
Nah.
Only when you're doing that.
Hey, Gil, did they win the series?
Nah.
They did not win that series.
Bingo. There you go. They did not win that series. You see, some of these LA-born players, they can get away with that playing for certain teams like the Thunder, the Clippers. But when you start playing for the Celtics and the Knicks and the 76ers, good luck with that shit. Them fan bases are going to let you know you fucking up ASAP.
A series in which, in one game, James Harden went to Vegas.
And did they?
And they won that game in the series.
Okay, what was the headline?
But what is the public perception when you give ammunition for a headline? What is the headline gonna be if you don't go to Vegas?
They talking about
No. What's the headline gonna be if you don't go to Vegas?
It's still gonna be.
He dropped 45 without going to Vegas.
What was the headline?
What's the headline if you don't go to Vegas?
Don't go to Vegas. And do what?
If he doesn't go to Vegas, period. What's
There's
the
no
headline?
headline.
There's no headline.
They pretended that it didn't happen because he performed well.
They saying he might need the strip club.
But that's my problem.
So then if you don't go every time now and win, you should go to the second round, and this should be a habit for the team to know James needs to fly to Vegas.
But that's the
before
problem.
the game.
The problem, it should be a distraction either way. When Jordan was in Vegas, and then he came and hit the double nickel, whatever, against New York, and it was ready to kill him, but he balled out. You should kill him no matter what. You got to keep the energy on both sides of the what's the name.
They were killing Jordan that whole time. I believe he went down 0-2 in that series. Chicago, even though they're in the Midwest, that city and its fan base has the same aura of a New York, Philadelphia, and Boston. They take their basketball just as personal. Once again, guys like Paul George, they can get away with doing a podcast during a losing season when they play in cities like Houston, Sacramento, Minnesota, Charlotte, even Phoenix to a degree. But when you start talking about the Northeast, and I'm gonna throw Chicago into that mix, those fan bases are on a whole other level as far as how they attach their identity and personality to these teams. It's not the same, and there's a whole other level of expectation that comes along with it.
You can't look the other way.
Because you win.
Because you win. If it's a bad habit, it's a bad habit.
You hear this?
I can do it. I can do it. You can't do it.
Because you can't
Some
win.
people can do it. You can't do it.
You gotta win doing
You
it.
can't win doing it. Like, that's just what it is.
And you definitely can't win doing it, but there were championship expectations for the Philadelphia 76ers to start the season. And unfortunately for them, they're in a very narrow window to capitalize off of Joel Embiid's prime years, and they went ahead and wasted another year, finishing the season with 24 wins and 58 losses. So that's why for that franchise and its fan base, it hurts almost twice as much. They're seeing their window of winning a championship with Embiid closing real fast. And for Paul George, he may have just realized, even though the contract was lucrative on the basketball side, his endeavors off the court, which will last him way past retirement, is now compromised due to the expectations of the city and the franchise. But we'll see how it plays out. He's definitely aging. His legs are showing it. And you guys definitely check out the link in the description below. I'll include that footage. You can see Paul George in those clutch situations without Embiid, and he looks like a shell of himself.